Greetings in Jesus' wonderful name, and welcome to Riverside Chats. So good to be with you again. We are looking at women who met the Master. We're looking today at the woman taken in adultery. Jesus is a friend to all sinners. He said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." His yoke is easy, his burden is light. I found it so, I found it so. He leadeth me by day or by night where living waters flow. We look at Jesus' silence and him writing on the ground. They came with an accusation. They accused her of being caught in the very act of adultery. Isn't it strange that the man is nowhere to be found? She couldn't have committed adultery all by herself. I know in these modern days people indulge in fantasies, and so you might say, well, a person can commit adultery themselves. But she was accused of being caught with another man, and the man was no way to be found. There's double standards. Sometimes we have more scrutiny when it comes to a woman than a man. Sometimes we accuse women much more than we accuse men. But the two were at fault. They were bringing just one for the stoning. Jesus was a friend to sinners. Instead of answering the question or the proposal that was put by these Jewish leaders, Jesus remained silent. I think sometimes we don't need to answer our critics without thinking. We should wait. Those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They will mount up with wings as eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Sometimes you can speak more loudly through the silence. They didn't come for information. They didn't come because they were spiritually sensitive. They came just to trap him. There are people who just want to trap you. They don't have good intentions for you. They want to accuse you. They want to see you fall. Instead of answering immediately, Jesus stoops down and writes on the ground. I don't know what he wrote on the ground. Maybe it was not anything significant. Or maybe it was something significant. We are not told what he wrote. But his action teaches us something profound. There's so much profound about Jesus. Everything is profound about him. The Bible says he taught with exousia. Exousia is the English word authority. He taught with dunamis, which is power, and authority. Now, some people think power and authority is the same thing. There's a slight difference. A policeman has both the power and the authority to arrest someone who commits a crime. The authority comes from his badge, from his office. While both are similar, They are not exactly the same. You see, Jesus did not react to pressure. I know sometimes we get so mad with the situation and we just blurt out anything without thinking. We fail to realize that people sometimes don't have the best intentions for us. They want to trap us. Jesus' ministry was gaining notoriety. He was healing the sick. He was giving a new interpretation, a more accurate interpretation of the Jewish law, of Moses and the prophets. They hated him because of blasphemy. They hated him because all they could see was a man, and he claimed to be God. How can a man be God? Was he just a man who lost his mind? Or was he a project to define, oh, this Jesus, he is the Son of God. Jesus, precious Jesus, the precious Son of God, sweetest rose of Sharon, died to set me free. Jesus is everything to me. Jesus does not react to pressure. I want to encourage you, don't react to pressure. Pray about everything. Wait on the Lord. Wait for godly wisdom. God will speak to you. He won't come with an audible voice and say, "Good morning, Charles. This is the answer I have for you." But oh, when he speaks, his voice is so loud that even in the silence he speaks. And his voice is clear. His voice is strong. Listen to his voice. Jesus does not allow manipulation to dictate his response. And sometimes the best thing we can do is just be silent. Now, some people, when you're witnessing to them, they'll ask you, where did Cain's wife come from? What does that have to do with the situation? You can say, I don't know, because really we don't know. But most probably, his wife was his sister. At that time, the human race was young. God was not going to create another human race simultaneously. No, we all come from one man. We come from Adam and Eve. Later, incest was prohibited in the law. But probably Cain married his sister. Some people will manipulate you. They want a response from you. You know, the media is so crooked. We have a saying these days that's very popular, the fake media. They can take your statement and take out parts of it, and they could make you say something totally different that you didn't even say. Jesus creates space before speaking truth. Think about what you're going to say. Meditate on the question. Wait on God for an answer. Jesus wrote on the ground. Why did he write on the ground? Because he didn't want to react to pressure straight away. He knew they were manipulating and dictating him to a desired response that they wanted. If he said stoner, they'd say, wow, Such a harsh man. He talks about mercy and now he's saying stone her. If he said let her go, they'll say, wow, he has no regard for the Mosaic law. Sometimes wisdom waits before it speaks. Hey, we can get into a lot of trouble when we speak prematurely, when we blab things out of our mouths, when someone provokes us to respond in a more harsh way than they did. I don't know, but when somebody responds very badly to me or shouts at me, sometimes I just switch off. I'm glad I switch off for a while. I am so stunned by it, I just don't respond right away. And then I have a bad habit. If, say, something happened to one of my children, especially growing up, and they did something bad, my first response will be, how come you did such a thing? And then I'll calm down. That was not a very good response to. We need to be slow to speak, quick to hear, slow to anger. Jesus was so compassionate. In the caption, you could see him there, coming down to the lady's level. She's full of shame. Oh, she enjoyed the gratification of the moment, but she wished she had not done it. All of these men, in the name of God, were ready to stone her to death. She must have been so fearful. Jesus comes to the rescue. Think before you give a response. A delayed response is sometimes the best thing. Wait on God for His wisdom. So when you say something, it'll be the right thing. God bless you and love ya.